All right. Welcome everyone back to the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Today we got all kinds of exciting crypto news. I'll be your host here. I sound like so non-professional. I'm trying to be professional sounding when I talk like that. It's just me, just Vos, here at Tails. And we're going to kick it off with a little bit of mining. So, Tails, your treat's in there. Get your treat. And yeah, that's what we do here at the VoskCoin channel. We're going to be talking about, as you know, Ethereum, their potential fork. They're looking at an algorithm change, diffusing the Ethereum difficulty bomb. Bittrex is going to be listing securities here sooner than later. Bitmain isn't valued as good as they think they are, and much more. A lot of this is going to be based around Ethereum mining today because just as being a miner, it's real interesting stuff. I want to thank all you guys for taking the time to tune in. I know it's Saturday here, so some people are doing stuff, and I really appreciate that you guys are taking the time to tune into my stream here. So, Brian, my co-host, is dishonest. She is taking that thing down. So thanks all you guys for checking in. Crypto Merkle, Deshaun, Osiris, Dynamite Mining, Pratik, who always gets the first comments on our videos. Someone beat that man. As you can see, these are the prices we're using here, or we have today in the cryptocurrency market. 53% BTC dominance. Oh, and also one of the shirts, Tails, I'm showing that on camera. My God. What is all these Pornhub partnerships are just ruining doges around the world, let me tell you. But the threads came in a little early, so I have a video where you can actually see it. But you can still get these shirts if you want them. I don't want to show that stuff too much to you guys. So anyway, they're cool. They're cool. I'm happy with how they came out. Before we dive into the meat of this video, I do just want to say that I think this is really interesting. This is just off of CoinDesk, mainstream-ish crypto news. And US-based cryptocurrency exchange is partnering with regulated alternative trading system ATS with the aim of ultimately launching trading in crypto securities. So they're working with Rialto Trading, and they've been actually in the press a couple other places recently as well. But the bottom line is that you're going to, hey, High Desert Garden, thanks for the donation, man. You are the first to donate, so thank you for that. Messed up my flow there. So this is real interesting because whether or not you like securities, and if you attribute all ICOs to securities and whatever, the fact of getting securities listed and possible to buy and sell here in the US is going to be huge just for adoption and just kind of getting all the legal framework set up and situated to where not everything is such a massive gray area, and we can just move forward with cryptocurrency advancement and, again, adoption. So let's go ahead and dive into the meat of this video. Recently, on Friday, August 24th, Ethereum had a development meeting, and in this dev stream or dev live stream, whatever, I'll have all these links in the description, by the way. So if you want to check them out, everything is there. Also, on that note, well, not that note, but Veronica Aquino, thank you so much for the donation. And I'm happy to hear that you got your farm up and running thanks to the VoskCoin YouTube channel. That's awesome. And if you want to watch this video, it's a little heavy if you're not super techie, but this is how you really kind of get some of the inside-ish info, the takeaway, what's really going on. This guy right here, Hudson Jameson, he's kind of been leading the push to look at alternative proof-of-work algorithms, and that whole gambit of that debacle that a lot of people haven't really wanted to address, it seems like, because it's a pretty big issue and a pretty big concern. This is where EIP 1295 gets interesting. EIP stands for Ethereum Improvement Protocol. So, or proposal. Protocol, whatever. Long day here. I have this link. This has a summary of what's going on. So they're looking at reducing the difficulty chart, or the difficulty bomb, or diffusing it, which this is what's ramping up the artificial inflation of the difficulty. It was part of their whole transition to reduce inflation of Ethereum and set themselves up for transition to a proof of stake with their whole Casper plan. And I have a link to this description, and this is really important. I'm telling you guys, go grab this link from the description and voice your concern. Make an account on GitHub if you don't have one. It's free, it's simple, it's easy. And come on here and voice your concern. Because if you want Ethereum to fork, you need to let these people know. Don't just, cry about it in a Facebook group or on Reddit or wherever, go here and bring it to their home court, their domain, GitHub, where they've all got to be on. These are the guys who can actually make the change. These are the ones that you have to convince. And come on here and give your 2 cents. I mean, I just dropped my 2 cents, nothing crazy here. I didn't go super in depth. I didn't when I was setting up this live stream. But the bottom line is that if you want Ethereum to change their proof of work, to not be an ASIC mined coin anymore, to explore something like POW, which is one of the leading options for an alternative to ETH as a proof of work mining consensus algorithm, here's your chance. This is it. So don't say, it's like, if you don't like where an election's going, but you don't take the time to vote, go over there and vote, cast your ballot. It'll take you could do that easily at home on your computer in a minute. In 1 minute, you could just be like, I want to, just even if it's not super intelligent response, at least they know that, for whatever reason, you do want to fork. I want to fork against ASICs. I want to fork against FPGA. Whatever you want to do, say it. But before I go on and on, before I drag that on too long, this is a pretty interesting sheet. I think I got off a Reddit post, but I don't have it handy at the moment. And this is talking about the current issuance schedule and the really sad price of Ethereum at $275. But I think with everything that's going on and their lack of really solving any of these issues, maybe that's a relevant price. I mean, the market decides your price here, so nothing has value until we attribute value to it. I'm going to go down here to, I have 10.5 cents per kilowatt hour electric rate, so this is where I would fall on this chart, and that's, most residential users would fall within 8 to like 14 cents. If you're higher than that, I'm really sorry. But, yeah, so you can see this is our current schedule, and this is going to show you profitability, the sad profitability of what's going on right now. If the block reward is reduced to 2 Ethereum, if it's reduced to 1.5 Ethereum. If you don't know, the current block reward on Ethereum is 3. There's also uncles and but there's other factors that come into play here. But for just to keep this simple on the stream, the block reward is 3 Ethereum. And you can see as this block reward is reduced, clearly you will earn less. So if they did reduce the block reward to 1, your mining rig that is, in just this, we'll take all these calculations as true. If your rig right now is making $3.76, if the block reward is reduced to 1 Ethereum, well, you guessed it, you just chop that into 1/3 and you're going to be making $1.24. And quite honestly, it's when it kind of gets to that point, maybe you built this rig for Ethereum, you wanted to support Ethereum and so forth. Well, then when it gets that low, you're probably just going to take whatever you can get for your stuff on eBay and move on, because people forget it's annoying having mining rigs. They make some noise, they definitely make some heat, they definitely raise that electric bill, and there can also be troubleshooting issues. Everything's going fine and then your rig goes down. Well, guess I didn't have any plans this evening, because that's what you'll be doing. So again, tons of variables, a lot of things at play here, and I don't think that GPUs are such a pure solution. A lot of people, tote GPUs as the only way. Maybe we should look more into things like CPU mining or hard drive mining or another type of mining that we haven't really discovered or thought about yet. But, again, I'm not here to hate on GPU mining. It's definitely, in my opinion, a better alternative than ASIC mining. And a lot of people overlook these ASIC miners. I don't care about this price. Bitmain was selling them for $800, and guess what? They were making money at $800. So unless you can build your GPU mining rig with new parts for $800, this is a better bet. I don't care. I'm a big proponent of resale and all that stuff, but unless you're blind, I don't know what else to tell you. This is just the first generation, okay? There's also the InnoSilicon A10, which is going to be pushing 500 megahash a second. This guy does 190. We actually have a review on the channel if you want to check it out. It's an interesting device. And regardless, I don't want to make this a huge GPU versus ASIC live stream. You probably already have your 2 cents there. I also posted on here for whatever it's worth. If one of the developers does happen to read that and then look at this link, post your opinion on GPU versus ASIC mining right here in the live stream chat, because I I mean, I asked them to come look at it. I don't know if they will, but if they do and they see you guys cheering one way or the other, that could have a meaningful impact. So again, I don't want to go on and on about this stuff. I really think this all deserves its own video. And I think I may just go ahead and do that, break down some of the things they talked about in this live stream, their Constantinople hard fork possibility, really breaking down what is the difficulty bomb and diffusing it, and talking a little bit more about uncles and so forth. This is deep stuff, and it's not easy to cover in a just a simple live stream, especially without getting boring. So again, that's going to conclude that, but please go ahead and voice your concerns and opinion there. And then next up, I want to talk, just while we're on the subject of Bitmain, I thought this would be interesting. We have an analyst. Could I call myself an analyst? Am I cool? Am I cool enough to do that yet? I don't know. But analyst questions Bitmain's revenue as crypto miner seeks IPO. So if you followed some of our recent videos, they're seeking billions of dollars going public with their public offering on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, and they've got some serious holdings. They've recently tracked down some wallets, and some stuff has simply been released. But they got basically look, we have here these BCH holdings, Bcash, Bitcoin Cash, is valued at $890 million Q1 2018, and it was recently broken down with how much Bitcoin Cash they couldn't get rid of it even if they wanted to. And it's really alarming that the main proponent of an ASIC miner is so heavily entrenched with Bitcoin Cash or really any specific cryptocurrency. I would be alarmed if they were even that deep with Bitcoin, but a lot of the information has surfaced looks like Bitmain sold a lot of their Bitcoin holdings and accumulated and held, or they sold their miners directly for Bitcoin Cash and held on to that. I think they're regretting that a little bit now in this market. So time will tell. Just to wrap up the Bitmain stuff, I don't want to drown you guys with it, but if you saw our last video, we touched on it. And also on the topic of my last video, if you follow the channel and you watch that, I talked about why I'm unplugging my Bitcoin miners and why you should consider doing it too. That did not apply to all cryptocurrency mining. It does not mean I'm giving up. It did not apply directly to GPU mining, and that's going to be another deeper video for another day. So please understand that, and also just keep an open mind. I'm a huge proponent of mining. I love mining. That's the huge focus of the channel here, but I'm not going to just fall on the sword. I'm going to give you guys the best input and advice I can regardless. And if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. It's really that simple. But again, I just thought this was pretty interesting. They got their first water-cooled released ASIC miner. When you check out the numbers, it's not worth it. Go figure. But regardless, I think it does like 18 terahash and like 1600 watts or something like that. But I just thought it was interesting. I want to share it with you guys. And also on their China site, I saw this. I've never really seen too many people talk about this, but clearly it's a shipping container design, and these are going to be I forget the word, but bevels basically for the fans. So that when the airflow goes, those little slots are going to open up and all the air is going to shoot out. So you got intake, you got outtake, and it's going to be a blow-through design, going to pull ambient air right through and cool all your machines. Obviously, I'm not promoting this, and you couldn't even get it here in the U.S. if you wanted to, but I just thought it was interesting and wanted to share with you guys. Just from a minor point of view, I think it's interesting. So that's pretty much that. I want to drown you guys with Bitmain stuff. Crypto My Tech, thanks for the donation, man. I truly appreciate it. Also, I saw that you already posted on here, so that's pretty cool. Thanks for sharing your 2 cents there. Again, if you don't share your opinion, don't be mad when it doesn't go your way. If you want them to fork, say so. Otherwise, they'll be like, they probably don't really care, or they're worried about users that a lot of people think miners just jump from profitable coin to profitable coin and just dump that coin instantly. That certainly does happen, but you could say that really with anything, and there are a lot of people that want to mine and hold and support that cryptocurrency and support the network. So again, I'm preaching here too much, but a lot of 2 cents going on in this video. I'll get up to a quarter soon. This was updated to be actually not ending up as true, but why I do have this post open is because if you look at the volatility, this is actually really interesting, because while it was a very fun and exciting and really lucrative time mainly between December and really into February, but definitely December, January. You see these huge price spikes, crazy opportunity to make money, to lose money, and obviously everywhere in between. And it's not all about just making money, but it is an exciting factor. However, I bring this chart up to share one thing that I think is really important for the long-term outlook of cryptocurrency. Look how tight this is. And I know we've been in a bear market. Things haven't been crazy interesting. But if you actually look at the dollars moved daily in trading, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So when you see this stability, I think this is actually very good from an outsider point of view for people who want to put money in. They've been on the fence and they're like, well, I don't want to put money in if I'm going to lose it all tomorrow. I don't mind keeping my money in there for, a year or, plus or minus. But, what if you're worried about buying in here and then the next day you're down here? And then if you bought here, you've got one opportunity to sell making money, just based off that chart, keeping it simple. And this is a big deal just to help new people come back in. And I'd like this won't happen, but a little bit more of a slow linear growth. I'd be happy if it went up a little bit every day continuously. I think we all would. But regardless, I just wanted to touch on that for you guys. This is just another fun fact, not really breaking news, but for all you Bitcoin guys out there, Tails, you know what, Tails, you need a treat. You want a treat? That one's from BitConnect. Thank them for their Ponzi scheme and not making us lose our money because we didn't invest in it. Police arrest the alleged India head of now defunct BitConnect scam. Yeah, that's just what the title is. Apparently they got the main dude. I forget his name and I really don't even care. It's not that Carlos Matos guy who's like the BitConnect guy you see from that funny video. Oh man, the BitConnect was just a great example of everything that should not be happening with cryptocurrency. And they're going to go down in history as one of the biggest Ponzi schemes. So it's good and bad, but either way. I see a lot of questions about FPGAs in regards to Ethereum mining. And I think that I don't hate FPGAs, and I think they have a purpose and a place. I think the jury's still out, but right now I don't think FPGAs are realistic. I don't know if they're at a place where it'd be good for them to see mainstream usage here, and I don't think they can scale to that level. I'd be interested if someone can prove me wrong on that stuff, but I have seen some rumors about FPGAs doing crazy hash on Ethereum. Not that BS video that circulated a little bit, but some numbers that are a little alarming. And I haven't seen anything in person or heard anything from someone I genuinely trust, so I'm going to say it's not exactly going on yet, but it's certainly a possibility. Again, I think I'd like to get back to some basic computer components, CPUs, GPUs, hard drives, stuff like that is where you're really going to get a decentralized setup here. Otherwise, more money comes in, more centralization. It kicks the small timers out. It kicks the grassroots marketing adoption phase out of the game, and it's just sad. It's just not good. It's not what we want to see, in my opinion, for whatever it's worth. Other than that, guys, I'll take a couple questions, and then I'll go ahead and wrap this stream up for you all. Wow, it's already been almost 20 minutes. But yeah, I'll take a couple questions. And yeah, so Ethereum is definitely going to be forking, and it's just a matter of how they're going to go about this. There is huge discussion, they're having around a proof of work algorithm change. And again, here's your opportunity. Don't say you didn't have a chance. Other than that, yeah, BTCP, I was hopeful for it, but it's not looking good, man. I cut my losses on that one. It hurt. That one sucked. That one hurt. So I don't really mess with Bitcoin private anymore. We'll see in the future. They got some good guys on the team, but Rhett Creighton just ruins everything he touches because it's just pump and dump city. Steven Fu, how much horsepower is in my BRZ? That would be 325 and 300 foot-pounds of torque, roughly. I think it actually might be like on the dot. I should grab my dyno chart sometime. Renewable energy and crypto mining. I love it. I love renewable energy. I'm not like a crazy go green about everything, but I like green energy. I think that's the better logic to have, and I love to see it explored and used. And if you've got the good capability, like you've got some good water flow, you could harness with hydro. I think that stuff's super cool. If you're in a really windy area and you throw up a wind turbine, you got some wind energy. That's interesting. Obviously, solar's interesting as well. Other than that, I don't have an A3 anymore. I haven't had one for a while. If I was, I would not be mining Space Cash because I don't want to get stuck with a bunch of shit coins. I'm really burnt out of shit coins. And, a lot of coins, if they had been here a year earlier, would have been a crazy, profitable move, an interesting move. But it just seems like time and time again, you back these really small coins that you're kind of hopeful. They have a couple cool people. And then you just get stuck with bags of worthless stuff, no liquidity, you can't move it. I'm not saying it's all about money. You should definitely support what you like and things you want to see do well and adopted. But at the end of the day, you also don't want to go broke, doing this kind of stuff. It depends what kind of level you're operating in here. Other than that, don't forget about our sweet shirts, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure to hit the thumbs up on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and then we'll take 2 more questions for you guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Let's see, we got Crypto Bird Dog, thanks for checking in. It's always good to see you. I need a money backer for a coin. You may be onto something. Marisol, can you sub? Of course you can. Hit that subscribe button. You got this. I'm sure you can do it. How's that crazy solar guy doing? Crazy Dane, he's an awesome guy. He's still doing his thing. He's still got the solar panels. He's still mining away. And I really need to go over hang out with him and see if he wants to do some kind of update video. Because last time we went over, it was like a really, really profitable time, and now it's not a very profitable time. So, hey, Khalid, great to see you, man. Thanks for checking in. Any news on the Acorn? Actually, so I just got an update from Acorn. If you're not familiar, that's not the right link. But if you're not familiar with these Acorn, they're gonna go into your F2 and they're gonna accelerate your mining. So this stuff's cool. I think it's interesting. I think people are really hoping that this is gonna save their lives, and that may not be the case. But I love to see unique hardware like this created. So I'm in talks with them, and we should have some Acorns here to review over the next couple weeks. So I'm pretty excited to get that and make that happen for you all. Got a donation from Nicholas McAllen. Thanks so much, man. Mythic Mining, Norfolk. Maybe I should come down and visit, right? You guys are 2.5 hours away. Actually, with Norfolk traffic, 757 is definitely a solid 3 hours. But that'd be fun to come down and hang out, check it all out. We can make a video, right? If you guys have some kind of farms, I don't really care what size. I'm not like, oh, you need to have X amount of rigs to be on the channel. If you got a farm, especially if you're doing something interesting, unique, I'd love to show it, so reach out, especially if you're somewhere around Virginia. Traveling's tough for me, just everything we got going on and keeping a good upload schedule. But please reach out. Let's see. Gonna go ahead and close it out for you guys. Looking for a couple more questions. Ethereum is not forking yet, but it's possible. So again, we touched on it a lot. Come over here on this. We got a link right at the top of the video description, and make your voice heard. So I want to thank all you guys for taking the time to tune in. And if, again, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, join our communities. It's always buzzing in our Discord and our Facebook group. And I believe I'll make a video deep dive in mainly that Ethereum stuff here soon. And yeah, so thanks for tuning in. Have an awesome Saturday night, or if it's real late, good night. If you're in the rest of the world. And wish you all the best. Brandon Jostle's son, thanks for sneaking in that donation, man. You have a good one. Thank you all for tuning in. You're all awesome. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So take care.